Nicholas Burns has been a visible figure on China, often appearing on CGTN and other global networks to weigh in on the most important bilateral relationship in the world.
All the transnational issues, pandemics, we can't do much without China. I think that balancing these two imperatives is going to be vital. It's complicated. We can't see them as the enemy because we need them.
Burns' emphasis has been on the cooperation possible between Washington and Beijing on the most pressing global issues. In the Biden administration, he will also have to focus on competition and confrontation with China too. Burns' selection as an ambassador would be a big win for diplomats over politicians. Burns has decades of experience as a diplomat in Africa, an expert on Russia, an ambassador to Greece and NATO. He was also the State Department spokesman and served on the National Security Council. The previous two ambassadors to Beijing have been politicians steeped in trade experience. Terry Branstad, the former governor of Iowa, who has known President Xi Jinping for decades, and Max Baucus, a former governor of Montana. Of course, Nicholas Burns was not the only candidate under consideration for the Beijing post. Charlene Barshevsky, the former trade representative who famously negotiated with Beijing over China's admission to the World Trade Organization, was widely reported to be in the running. But for that reason alone, her appointment would have been difficult due to the current anti-free trade climate in US politics. Nicholas Burns is a known quantity here in Washington, and in Beijing he's known as a safe pair of hands and an honest negotiator. But that necessarily won't be enough to warm relations between the US and China. As you know, relations probably haven't been this bad in the last 40 years. Nathan King, CGTN, Washington.